like this from the book because it's not a thing that you see very often. And the art looks pretty cool. Okay, now on to the book. The first page of the book just says the name of the author, NisiOisiN, and again the title of the novel. On the next page it only says again the title of the novel. On the inside it has a pretty cool bookmark. On the front side it shows the illustration of the cover, and on the back side it shows a checklist of NisiOisiN's 100 novels. Well, now on to the book. The book is completely in Japanese. Right here it has, on the one of the first pages it has a family tree, then the index, and then the story starts, the book starts. The paper is of pretty high quality, like it's pretty cool to the touch, and the book is about 267 pages. Then at the end of the book it has again a list of NisiOisiN's 100 books. Novels? Well, it's the same. Well, now to put it in comparison, here I have a volume of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, Steel Run Bunko, which is like an edition of manga that is smaller than normal. And again, to put it in comparison, here I have the second volume of Koyomi Monogatari, and the books are about the same height, but the Koyomi Monogatari Volume 2 book, it's a little bit wider than the Vェールドマン仮説. Well, this is how it looks. And now onto this story. By the way, the review that I'm going to read is a review that I have already posted on Twitter and on Goodreads. A little fun fact is that I was the one that had to manually add the book on Goodreads because they didn't have it on their database. So at the moment on Goodreads I'm the only one that has read this book. Well, now on to my thoughts on Vェールドマン仮説, the built man hypothesis. Well, the story. The protagonist is called Makumo. His family is a family of detectives because their work is somewhat related to solving crimes. Well, the whole novel revolves around Makumo trying to prove or disprove his sister's hypothesis. The hypothesis states that two killings that happened were committed by the built man, a man or group of people who uses clothes to kill. But when she proposes this hypothesis, she has any kind of proof. Well, now on to how difficult was actually reading the novel. Well, for a non-Japanese native speaker, it was very, very, very difficult. Like, the first novel I read was, in Japanese, was Kimi no Nawa, Your Name, but what's the name of it's called Kadokawa Tsubasa Bunko, which uses language, like pretty basic language. So I went from reading like elementary school grade novels to straight up NisiOisiN, and well, it was very difficult. For my level of Japanese, I can't say exactly how good I am because I haven't done any JLPT or any kind of Japanese test, but I found a lot of unknown words that really made the book very difficult to read. That's the main problem that I found when reading this book. It's not that like the grammar or the things, the kanji were difficult. It was the vocabulary, like there was a lot of unknown vocabulary I had to search, and that took a lot of time. Well, apart from that, it wasn't that difficult, and I managed to understand the majority of the book without problems. And now on to my final thoughts, the verdict. Like, I really like the built man hypothesis. It felt like NisiOisiN's going back to his roots, because on the premise, it reminded me a lot of the Saragoto series. Like, it's a protagonist that it's, how do I say it, like there's a lot of genius people around him, but he's like, well, here I am. And I really liked it. It felt like a very modern and very entertaining take on the detective genre. And for this being his 100th novel, it sure was something. Like, I really liked reading it, even though it was a very slow process. I feel like it's a must read if you can read Japanese, and I really hope for English translations of this book in the future. Also, the end left me very hyped because of the fact that in the afterword of the book, NisiOisiN refers to the book as the Kasetsu series, like he's referring to the book as a part of the series. So hopefully it will have more volumes to come. Well, that was it for this video. Sorry for not uploading in, what was it, almost a year? Oh my god. Well, also, thanks to my Patreons, like I had my first Patreon. Thanks Kevin Eckwood. And, well, my next video will be a review on the special edition of the manga of Baki in Japanese, and well, look forward to that. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye.